I was asked the other day for a recipe for treacle loaf, and I have to admit I've never made a treacle loaf. I've made treacle soda, treacle scones, and I thought, well, I'll take one of my old recipes and see what I come up with. So this is the finished treacle loaf. I've taken a slice and covered it with butter, and I have to say it's absolutely delicious. So this is my treacle loaf recipe, and it's so easy. So you need 12 ounces or 375 grams of self-raising flour. I've put half a teaspoonful of ground ginger into it. It helps bring out the flavour of the treacle. I've put a teaspoonful of sunflower oil in mine. You can use olive oil if you want, and it does make it a lovely light soft loaf. I've put in a tablespoonful of sugar, and that's optional. You really can do without the sugar. I've used 2 tablespoonfuls of treacle and half a pint approximately of buttermilk. Ordinary milk will do, so don't stress if you haven't got buttermilk. And you could add some fruit if you wanted. Around 4 ounces of sultanas would be lovely in it. I haven't used any fruit in this recipe. So the ingredients you need again: self-raising flour, buttermilk, treacle, ginger, ground ginger, some sugar, and that's it, all of the ingredients. In the bowl, I've put all the dry ingredients, and I've added to it a teaspoonful of, already put that in, a teaspoonful of sunflower oil. So the next thing I done was I put the buttermilk, approximately a bit less than the half pint of buttermilk, and the 2 tablespoonfuls of treacle into a small saucepan, and heated it all well together, because as you know, treacle is very thick. So what I'm going to do now is add the wet into the dry and mix it well together. So I've mixed it really well together into a stiff dough, but you do need to keep mixing it well. So I'm going to use a 2-pound loaf tin. I've greased it and dusted the bottom of the tin with a little flour. And now I just tip the wet mix directly into the tin, so I don't roll it out or shape it on the floured worktop. I'm going directly into the tin. So that's it in the tin. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take an ordinary metal spoon, dip in some water, and spread the mixture in evenly into the corners of the tin. So that's it, ready to go into the oven. I've wet over the top of it and made a cross on it. I've set the oven at 180 centigrade fan, and I've set the timer for 35 minutes. It may take 40. I don't think it'll take much less. So it's going into the bottom shelf here in the oven. Centre or bottom's best. And we'll check it in 35 minutes.